Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to share with you guys some tips and tricks for spawn trapping in Call of Duty World War II. I know that a lot of you guys like to be very aggressive and push spawns. So I thought that I would share with you guys some things that we do to help not only get people in spawn traps, but to keep them in the spawn traps. So the first tip that I have for you is to run recon aircrafts and counter recon aircrafts. And the reason for that isn't necessarily because of how good those streaks are in particular, but because of how some of the other score streaks in the game can actually ruin your spawn traps. If you look at the paratroopers, for example, and even things like the artillery barrage can really throw off your spawn trap really on any map. Calling in paratroopers, they do not care if you're trying to hold a spawn trap. They're going to push the spawn, they're going to go straight to the enemy, and when they do that, you're going to throw off the spawns, they're going to start spawning behind you depending on what game mode you're playing, and you can completely ruin a good spawn trap. So try not to use the score streaks that are going to completely flip spawns, completely ruin your spawn trap if that's your goal. If your goal of the game is to get a team in a spawn trap so they can get lots and lots of kills, try not to run score streaks like the paratroopers or the artillery barrage that could potentially switch the spawns easily. Again, the recon aircrafts and the counter recon aircrafts are also really good. If you have a team in a spawn trap, having that recon aircraft will be nice because you'll know exactly where they're coming out of their spawn, and having the counter recon aircraft will be nice as well because you'll be able to stay in their spawn without them knowing exactly where you're going to be at, which is kind of another sub tip that I have for you, and that is to constantly move around. Stay in the same area. You want to obviously keep the spawn trap, but if you stay in the same spot, what happens in Call of Duty is people get killed by one person, they get angry, and they keep going after that person. Now, you may kill them 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times in a row, but they're gonna keep coming after you. People just get that grudge against you when you keep killing them, and if you're sitting in the same exact spot, they're eventually going to get you. So try to switch up your locations. You don't have to move that far. If you're just switching from one head glitch to another, maybe a few feet away, you'll be in really good shape because people will come around the corner expecting you to be in one spot, but really you're in another, and you can keep that spawn trap going as well. The second tip that I have for you is to be in a good trap location. Use your friends to help you out. So many people will try to spawn trap by themselves or in one location, not realizing or even paying attention that the enemies can get out on the other side. Generally the maps, and I say this generally the maps because a lot of the maps have changed nowadays, but generally the maps have 3 lanes of movement, right? Like there's the left side of the map, the middle of the map, and the right side of the map. Now some of these Call of Duty maps have so many different angles and ways to escape. It's kind of annoying, but for the most part, most of the maps have 3 lanes. So try to get your friends to play with you. Playing with friends will make this so much easier, and you guys can each lock down a specific area. I see so many people that try to spawn trap in the dumbest spots, or they go too far in the spawn. They don't really know what they're doing. Play with friends, learn the spawn locations, and shut down every lane, and you should be good to go. The next tip that I have for you is something that should be very obvious, but unfortunately I catch myself yelling at teammates all the time for this, and this is don't push the spawns too hard, for crying out loud. I know a lot of you guys like to be very aggressive, including myself, including all my friends, but a lot of the times we push those spawns way too hard, and when you do that, you completely throw off your spawn trap, flip the spawn, sometimes even ruin the game. So don't push the spawns too hard, especially if you're trying to keep a spawn trap. I know you want to get them backed up as far as possible, but if you push too far, eventually the game's going to throw a big FU at you and flip those spawns and really screw you over. So, although it may be fun to run as far back into the enemy spawn as you can, if you want to hold a spawn trap, don't push too hard. Again, all you have to do is shut down those main lanes, and you'll be good to go. The last tip that I have for you is to use an overpowered gun. Use an overpowered class. Use something that you're used to. You want to be able to win these gunfights, obviously, because you're trying to keep the enemy in the spawn. So if you're running around with some stupid class setup that you're just trying to get headshots with or something, there's a really good chance that you're not going to be able to do well trying to spawn trap the enemy. So use some of those overpowered classes, whether it be that new assault rifle or the bar or whatever it is that you're really good with. Make sure that your gun is going to be overpowered because you're going to be killing a lot of people in the same spot, and you're going to have a lot of people coming for you. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys did enjoy some of these tips and tricks for spawn trapping in Call of Duty World War II. If you guys have anything else to add, make sure to leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.